Welcome back. This, of course, is National Signing Day. We're at the Berger Varsity Football House, and we've gone through all the players with Mike Joseph and both coordinators. Frank Devani was with us earlier, and the day continues. Remember, 7 o'clock tonight, Lafayette-Bucknell basketball. Should be a terrific basketball game. Bucknell right now currently in first place. Lafayette just knocked off the other first place team that's tied with them, Colgate. So this should be a real good basketball game. 7 o'clock, Patriot League Network, GoLeopards.com, RCN Television, and of course WBPH Channel 60. All of those outlets, you will have the ability to watch the football game. Now I'm here with Bruce McCutcheon, who is the athletic director at Lafayette College. And Bruce, is always a special day. You and I get together, it seems like every year now on this particular day. It's got to be a good feeling too, knowing that not just football, but all of your fall sports are getting signees that are ready to come to Lafayette College. You look at their resumes; those resumes are just phenomenal. They're all great students, Honor Society members. I would think this is every year. This particular day is just it gives you a good feeling.
Absolutely, Gary. Thanks for having me here. It is a great day. It's a great feeling day. I have a lot of colleagues in the business, and one of the things that we talk about is the phenomenal graduation rate that Lafayette has, in particular, and across the whole Patriot League. And what I've always said to those folks is it's all about who you bring in the front door. So we're bringing in just outstanding individuals. They're great athletes, no question, but they're just fabulous people. They're outstanding students, and that's that perfect combination that we're looking for them to start their Lafayette journey. And the few prospects that I get to meet with and their families, I keep talking about as well, is this is not a 4-year investment. This is a lifetime that you're going to be a leopard. And so, yeah, it's very exciting. It started for me early this morning. My phone started blowing up with all the tweets with the different kids that have signed their letters and done that kind of thing. And it just adds to, I think there's a real upbeat atmosphere on campus. Starting out with President Byerly, and she has her new cabinet in place now, and the launch of the capital campaign back in November with that outstanding 150th game. So there's a lot of real positive things going on, and when you have this new breed of student signing on to be a leopard, it just adds to that overall excitement.
And it appears at times, and probably we're the reason and the fault, that this is so much about football. Frank made the point this morning, and I thought he made it very, very well, and he made it passionately. This is about kids coming in and getting a great 4-year education at an institution that can carry them through to great things for the rest of their lives. The fact that they happen to come in here to play some football maybe is secondary to all of that. The fact that they happen to come in here to play men and women's soccer, to play field hockey, to play lacrosse, all of that is kind of secondary to the fact that this is going to be the framework, the basis for perhaps a great life.
No question about that, and that's part of our vision statement for certainly the student athletes, but also everyone here on campus is want them to come, get a tremendous education, all that is presented for them to take advantage of, but with the end result being going on to being productive leaders in their communities.
Today also is the day you have launched season tickets for football, so we want to talk a little bit about that. If you go to GoLeopards.com on the website, you'll see that right now you can get for $89, it goes through to the end of April, $89 you'll get all the home games, that's 7 games, which includes the Lafayette-Lehigh game. Even though that's an away game, you also will get tickets to that game. So 7 games, $89, 6 home games, and that also includes the Lehigh football game. So I'm sure you'd like to see some money coming in, and let's get some people here with season tickets.
Absolutely, and the money's a nice byproduct, but more important to that is having the commitment of just our fabulous fans, who are our alumni, our parents, and just friends in our community, to come out and enjoy just what I think is outstanding level of football. The FCS football is just terrific. And to see those kids and be part of that, the pageantry of a football Saturday, I think is pretty special. And that's a bargain.
Well, I looked at the schedule for next year, and we not only have upped, obviously, the quality of our football players, looks like we've upped the quality of the football schedule. You have made it very difficult on Coach Devani, I believe, as I look down the list. The nice part is we have 6 home games next year, so that's a nice little switch from last season where we had quite a few away games. Yeah,
there's of course, last year we had the home Lehigh game over in Yankee Stadium. But yeah, a real challenging part of the job is the football scheduling. And I think we do a real good job with that. But yeah, in my view, and I've had multiple conversations with Frank, and I know he's in complete agreement with this, as we upped our expectation with scholarship, then let's up our expectation with who we're going to compete against. And our kids are absolutely up for that challenge, and we're not going to make it easy on ourselves, but that will make it all the more sweet when we're victorious in these games.
And I have evidence of that commitment. I have it right here. As I look at the schedule for next year, we open up with William and Mary here at home. That's an advantage, I hope, that we get them here at home, because that is a good, solid football program.
It is a good, solid football program, and frankly, I think that's the kind of, that should be a peer of ours. There's no secret we would have loved to have them as part of our Patriot League family, but that's, again, a school that does, in our view, the things the right way in terms of the academic commitment to their athletic program and athletic excellence. They combine those two things. So yeah, and Jimmy Laycock's done a fabulous job there for a number of years, and we compete with those people.
We're 1-1.
And why not? If you want to make any noise, I think if you want to make noise and be a conference champion, and then go on and make noise in the NCAA tournament, you got to be able to compete with people like who we have on our schedule now.
I'd assume that's why we're playing at Delaware the following week. Another good, very successful, historic program.
Yes, and remember last time we played Delaware was down there in a playoff game. Had that game in our pocket, and turned the ball over late, which was unfortunate, but turned the ball over late trying to do something positive. And otherwise, we would have come away with a victory down there. So I'm very excited about picking up Delaware. Actually, have a 3-game series with Delaware, so I'll be down there twice, and they'll be up here once.
And then it's still nice to see that I know the Ivy League, they complained a little bit when scholarships came our way. There were some threats that we weren't going to get Ivy League teams on the schedule. We have Princeton, we have Harvard again. Both those games are home.
Yes, and we certainly want to make sure that we maintain that relationship with the Ivy colleagues, a steady diet of that. I think both those schools and us would like to mix it up a little bit. So yeah, what we want to make sure is makes sense with certainly teams that are close to us, like Penn and Princeton. Cornell is going to be coming on the schedule here in the next few years. So having those connections with that group, I think, is important.
No question about it. I think everybody likes to see the ball games that we play against the Ivy League. We're going to Wagner this year. That's a new team on our schedule.
Yes, and that's a team that we've had some. Certainly other sports have had connections with. They haven't had it with football. So we've got a home-and-home situation with those guys, and we'll see how that plays out as well.
Then it's all about the Patriot League. We open up with Fordham, obviously the Patriot League champions last year. They will be at home on October 3rd. It's Fordham, Georgetown, Holy Cross, Bucknell, Colgate. And then we have a bye week before Lehigh. The bye week worked out pretty well for us this year.
It did that. And that's nothing that we happen to do. That was all part of the league conference schedule.
Here I was going to give you all the credit in the
world. I need some credit, but I didn't have anything to do with that. But yeah, it worked out just perfectly. In fact, when I first saw the advanced schedules from the league, and I saw that we had that bye, I just went, ooh, do we really want to have that point in time of the year? But it was, for this past year, it was perfect timing. We really needed that. Kids got healthy. The running back got healthy, and Ross really turned that up with our great job of the offensive line and him. So yeah, I think that it's going to work to our advantage again this year to have that bye.
Looking back at the Yankee Stadium game, we haven't had much of a chance to chat about that since that football game. I can't think of anything but huge positives that came out of that particular day.
That day and that weekend, I think, was a signature moment for Lafayette College as an institution. I've talked with so many alumni who went to that game and were just thrilled about being reconnected with their school and with their classmates and their friends. And it was probably in that reverse order, frankly, is the reconnection with their friends, with their fraternity brothers or sorority sisters, with their teammates, and that all helped them to get reconnected with the college. Talked to many folks who, frankly, hadn't been back to campus, hadn't been back to a football game, but came to New York for the uniqueness of happening. And again, for a lot of us, that was Thursday through Saturday night. That I have an opportunity to tell the story of Lafayette on one of the grandest stages.
Absolutely, absolutely. Everything was perfect, including the outcome at 27-7. Looking at this year's schedule, it appears as if, as you mentioned, you're leaning more towards this kind of scheduling from here on out.
Well, what we like to do is, kind of the philosophy there is, obviously we have our Patriot League schedule. We would like to, maintain a relationship with Ivy opponents. So if we can schedule a couple of those per year, we would like to step out of our our comfort zone and come up with an FBS opponent. We got both Army and Navy in the schedule in the coming years.
Mike and I, by the way, are voting like UCLA or somewhere where we get to California. I think that would be kind of nice of you to do that.
It would be nice. I don't know about that. But the idea though is also to give our student athletes the opportunity to get on a charter flight, go someplace and see a whole nother way people do things in terms of their football. Football is football, but go get and experience that kind of thing. I think is great. So we're looking at doing those kind of things, and then also let's schedule an NEC opponent or somebody like that to kind of have a nice balance throughout our schedule. All of it, particularly the non-conference piece of that, making sure that we're prepared as much as possible for that all-important run to the Patriot League championships. Because that's what we want. We want to be a Patriot League champion, and we want to go on and compete in the NCAAs.
Just sounds extremely exciting for the next few years. Can't let you get out of here without talking a little bit about the day and the production. This is highly unusual across the nation to have this kind of program. Brooke Evler, who puts this all together and does so much work behind the scenes in putting together the videos, getting information to all of us. Phil LaBella in the Sports Information Department, Scott Morse, who heads up that office. They do such a terrific job. I would think that as you look at the exposure of Lafayette out, not only nationally now, but internationally with the internet, you've got to really be proud of what that office is able to produce now at this level.
Under leadership of Scott Morris, that team is spectacular at what they do, and not only promoting our program and our kids, but our college. And I was talking to somebody just this morning about this fabulous production and what we're doing here. I said, you have to go look at the SEC network to see what people do with this day. Brooks has been a tremendous asset to Scott's team. I know he's spoken to her about that, but I look at something just as simple, if you will, as the women's basketball game the other night when Jamie O'Hare had that unbelievable play, bouncing it off the opponent for the winning bucket. Through Scott's team and Brooke in particular, putting that out there, that thing went viral, and getting the kind of exposure through Yahoo Sports and SI and
Keith Olbermann show,
all those. That's just, again, all bringing great limelight and focus on Lafayette College. Oh, by the way, we have a pretty neat basketball situation there. So yeah, Scott and his team do just a fabulous job in helping us promote Lafayette College.
By the way, that play that Bruce is alluding to got 1 million hits on social media, 1 million hits on social media. Well, it's been about football to this point. Now we want to take a look at the recruits for college, Lafayette College women and men's soccer, and then we'll come back and wrap this whole thing up. Mike Joseph will be joining me again. Bruce, as always, great to see you all. See you at Lafayette Bucknell tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
All right, here's the soccer.